Welcome to the Living the Dream podcast with Curveball. If you believe, you can achieve. Welcome to the Living the Dream with Curveball podcast, a show where I interview guests that teach, motivate, and inspire. Today, we're going to be talking to special guest Stacey Roach. Stacey is an authoress, a podcast host. She's a certified life coach and the founder of Stacey K's LLC. Stacey is going to be talking to us all about how to rebrand our lives after a divorce, a tragedy, and any kind of trauma. So we're going to be talking to her about her story and how she helps her clients. So Stacey, thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you for having me.
Why don't you start off by telling everybody a little bit about yourself?
Oh my God. My name is Stacey K. Roach. Just as you mentioned, I am an authoress, life coach, and a podcast host. I have a podcast and I mostly teach or coach just overcoming divorce, disaster, tragedies. You know, we all have things that we go through. I've overcame homelessness and making it through my divorce because, you know, a lot of people get divorced or break up and they become bitter, especially women and African-American women. We have that, you know, hashtag on our face. I mean, everywhere we go, that's one thing we hear about. You know, it's a stereotype is that a lot of Black women, African-American women are bitter. And I just didn't want to be bitter. And I was becoming bitter, and overcoming divorce and overcoming my homelessness is why I'm where I am at now and trying to coach and motivate, inspire, however you want to put it, teach just other people. You know, if I can do it, you can do it. And I have a rough upcoming. I have a rough and huge past. Like I had a lot of baggage. My baggage was huge, and I had to figure out a way to rebrand and rebuild myself after all of that.
But tell us, why do you think African-American women are considered bitter after a divorce? Why is that?
You know what? Because half of us are bitter, and I was bitter. And until I accepted that fact, I wasn't going to, move on from it. You have to hold yourself accountable because my ex-husband wasn't all the blame. I was partially the blame as well. It takes two. So I became bitter and pointing the finger, and I had to realize, okay, you know, it wasn't just him. If I'm going to point one finger at him, I got to point, three back at myself. So, yeah, I mean, a lot of Black women, we are bitter. We just with our history, we've been through a lot of shit. We put up with a lot of things with dealing with me and our children, our, work, our parents, our siblings. We put up with a lot as African-American women. So I feel like, yeah, we have the right to be bitter. We have the right to sit and to mellow in that, but we got to eventually come out of that because nothing is going to get better until we change. So, yeah.
What kind of just tell your story and kind of tell us how you came out of it and how you got to the point to where you're now able to help others.
You know what? That's what the whole rebrand and rebuilding community podcast is about. It's based around the rebrand and rebuilding system, and that's just what I did to change myself. I'm not going to say change. Wow, that's a strong word. That was to improve myself. Let's say that, because ain't nothing changed. You know, we just get better or worse. So I improved myself. But I took those steps. A lot of steps was, first one was accountability. I had to own up to the fact that, I was partially to blame. And, I put myself in certain situations, and I made those choices leading up to that point of being homeless and divorced. Now, going through the actual process of, overcoming homelessness, this is nothing new. This is, this is the game. It's been out here for many years. The game don't change. The players do. I worked my ass off. I saved my money. I had to get a job. I had to go and really do things that I wasn't proud of and that I didn't want to do. I had to hustle. Like just like anybody else, working 80 to 100 hours a week. I had to do what I had to do in order to get myself into an apartment. And then the apartment that I got, it wasn't the best. It's just with what I had, with the money that I had, I could get what I could afford. So I just took certain steps with improving myself and making better choices. Because we all fuck up, we all make mistakes, but you got to be able to accept that. And first of all, you have to be able to apologize when you're wrong. We all mess up. Like if you did it, you did it. Own up to it. It's okay. So that was another step. I just started taking little baby steps to improve myself and own up and take accountability for, my choices and my decisions. Because nobody put a gun to my head and made me, marry that man. I married him because I was in love, or so I say I was, So, but yeah, I just, like I said, I took certain steps just like anybody else. Where there's been so many people out there that's been homeless, whether they're still homeless or they overcame it, where, you got to get out there and you got to work. You got to do what you don't want to have to do sometimes to get where you got to be. That's it. I mean, it ain't no secret. Like, there's no secret, just get out there and do it. Take the action. Get it done. No excuses.
So tell us about Stacey K's LLC and how you founded that and what all you do with that for your people.
You know what? That business, I had started, this business had started almost 7 years ago, but it was a different EIN number for it. And it was the delivery service. When I first started that business, it's not what it is now. So I say for all the entrepreneurs out there that starting or business owners, I'm pretty sure you had several different businesses before you got to where you really want to be. And Stacey K's LLC, that's just for my coaching, that's just for my digital products. It's that is what I do. That's who I am, Stacey K's. Like I said, it's for I have with my books. I'm just starting to write ebooks, and I'm working on getting my very first book published. So I'm excited about that, and I'm in the ending stages of it. So it's coming soon.
Tell us about that book. Tell us what it's going to be about and the name of it, or as much
the
of
book.
It.
The book.
Yeah, the book.
You know what? The book is just exactly what I've just been talking about. Is the title of the book is Overcoming Homelessness and Divorce. And it's like I said, it's built around the rebrand and rebuilding system. That's where the rebrand and rebuilding community podcast stems from. That's the seed that I planted with me overcoming I just give a little snippet into my life. I don't go into, it's not an autobiography or nothing like that. I don't go into full details. I just mention the things that needs to be mentioned as pertains to the system. And that's what the whole coaching, that's what my whole coaching is about. And I'm, just teaching people you can do these things too. And it's not a secret. Like I said, there's no secret to anything. People have been doing this for years. I just found a way to put my own spin on it and make it work for me. And you can do it too. You can make it work for you. But it's all about my divorce. You have to get the book to really go into, you want to know the full story, you got to buy the book. And it's coming soon. So just stay tuned. I most definitely will reach out to you, Curtis, and let you know when that drops so you can promote that if you want to. And, any support will work.
Absolutely. What talk about how you manage your emotions when you were actually going through the divorce process.
You know what? Everybody think how I manage my emotions. I felt my emotions. When I was angry, I let myself be angry. When I was sad, I let myself be sad. When I wanted to cry, I let myself cry. When I needed to yell, I let myself yell. You can't suppress your emotions. And that's what so many people do. I hear, everybody say, stay out your feelings, stay out your feelings. You got to be in your feelings. You need to feel those feelings to know how to navigate through them. Don't dwell in any, though, especially negative emotions like anger and, depression, hatred. You can't dwell in that, but you do have to feel it. That's how you feel. That's how you feel. You got to figure out, why do you feel that way? When I was sad, I had to figure out, why am I sad? I was sad because I was homeless and I was going through this divorce. And so when you started to own up and accept accountability for, your actions and the part that you played and why you are where you are right now. Nobody has the right to choose for you. And if they are choosing for you, you need to get rid of them people and start choosing for your damn self. So yeah, if not, I mean, you don't want to be drug along on a coattail, on nobody's coattail. You don't want to be dragging you along like a puppet. You got to make your own choices and decisions for your own life. And that's what I started to do. That's what the book is about.
Absolutely. Well, besides your book, what else upcoming projects does Stacey Kays and Stacey have coming up that we all need to know about?
Everybody's been asking me what's next. You know what? I don't know what's next. My creativity, I just been trying to let it flow and not force it. I have so many things that I want to dibble and dabble in, you know, it's things that I want to try, and the world is just going to have to wait and see. Just besides the book right now, and focus on my podcast and building my brand and making it stronger, getting everything patented, making sure my business side of, you know, everything is taken care of. That's what I'm working on, and being me. That's it. And anything that sprouts from that, those seeds that I plant, I'm just waiting for them. It's coming.
Well, we're definitely waiting and seeing. So while we're waiting and seeing, throw out your contact information. Give us a way that we can keep checking up on you while we wait and see what you got coming next. Social media, website, all that stuff.
Okay. I'm on Instagram at I am Stacey K, Facebook at Stacey K Roach, and I'm on Snapchat at I am Stacey K as well. You can email me. I just said, if you want any advice, any tips, anything. I mean, I take emails and I answer emails rapidly. My email address is stacykays@yahoo.com. Yeah, that's it. That's what you need right there. That's how you guys hit me. Get her in contact with me.
Absolutely. Any website?
You know what? I do have a website, and it's currently being working on. I actually finally went to an actual graphic designer and web designer, and they're working on my website now. So I'm so excited about that. That'll be out the same time the book is out. Everything will be done. I'm leveling up. I'm trying to be professional and learning that you can't do everything by yourself, that people need people. So I'm learning to, hand out some tasks. You can't do everything by yourself. I'm learning to navigate through.
Absolutely. Get that team around you. What
you know what? I'm choosing my team, and I'm choosing carefully. I'm really taking my time and choosing my team. And I don't want just anybody, because I know people say this all the time where, I treat you like family. I'm not going to treat you like no family. I'm going to treat you exactly how you present yourself. And I need you to be on your P's and Q's at all times. We all make mistakes, and I don't mind being there for you and helping you and everything. But if I got to carry you, I don't need you. So I need people that can stand firm in who they are. Be you, do your thing. That's the type of team. Those are teammates and team players I'm looking for. People that are reliable, dependable. The people that I ain't necessarily trust, because sometimes I fuck up, but I gotta say, I just most definitely need to know that you can do what you do and you're the best at what you do. That's it.
Absolutely. Well, close us out with some final thoughts for people who might be out there who done lost their way and had to go through stuff that you went through. Give us some final thoughts.
You know what? All I'm gonna say is take control over your life. Figure out what you want to do. Don't let nobody tell you how to feel. Feel your feelings. Be you. And if you can't be yourself, then that's the first problem. That's the first mistake that you're making. So learn to be yourself. Do your thing, child. That's it. Be you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, there she is, Stacey Roach, Stacey Kays LLC. Stay tuned to her. Check out her book when it come out, that podcast, and everything she's got coming up.
Thank you.
And be sure to follow, rate, review, share this episode to as many people as possible. Android listeners, go download that Living the Dream with Curveball podcast app. Thank you so much for joining me, Stacey K.
Thank you for having me.
For more information on the Living the Dream podcast, visit www.djcurveball.com. Until next time, stay focused on living the dream.